Rice and gravy, I think. Let's take a look. Oh, no, I'm not tripping. Raised on rice and gravy. There we are. That's me, baby. What's this in the corner over here? Hey!
La radio publique KRVS FM, Lafayette Louisiana.
KRVS!
Merci bien pour d'être avec nous autres. Ce matin, mes amis, on vous apprécie. La table française, mes chers, la table française se rencontre plusieurs fois par semaine à Lafayette, à Nouveau. Tous les mercredis matins, pour plus que 20 ans, ils sont chez Dwyer's, le café Dwyer's, 323 la rue Jefferson à Lafayette, à 7h, Lester Gauthier vous invite. Tous les vendredis après-midi, ils sont au café Bonjour, 625 la rue Jefferson à Lafayette, à 5h l'après-midi. Mike Leblanc vous invite. Un morceau de musique sur un de les disques de Balfa Toujours, live at
88.7, baby. Look at the hat. Does it say it on there? 88.7 KRVS. I actually just went to Festival Acadiens, and it was so much fun. There's like Zydeco and food. Oh, the food. Lafayette. If I didn't live in Lake Charles, I would live there. You know what I mean? Like Louisiana's great. Southwest Louisiana, amazing. It's just like a hub of food and culture. It's truly beautiful. I like make floral arrangements sometime in my free time, and the wildflowers out here are really nice too. Anyway, let me get back into it.
Whiskey River, mes amis. C'est une des jolies chansons sur leur CD, mes amis. La valse des pins.
This video goes so hard already, bro. Coming in hot with the Zydeco. Might have to go eat here. Creole Lunch House? I'm looking this up right now.
What I do is cook what I like, because if y'all don't eat it, I gotta eat it.
That's right, big.
So I say, here we go. But I come at 7:30 in the morning and I'll get things started. You know, it takes time to put all that together, cook it and let it simmer and get it ready for serving.
I already forgot what this place was called.
You know, you got to take
Crap.
the children to soccer, or you got to go to the basketball game, or you got to go to the Girl Scout meeting. You know, it's difficult. It gets busy. Long time ago, they didn't play soccer. You didn't have to bring children all over town. I grew up in Lafayette.
Oh, yeah.
I lived with my mom and my dad. I had 3 brothers and 1 sister. As we were growing up, my mom stayed home. She was an at-home mom. So she cooked all day. She cooked breakfast. She cooked lunch. My daddy had a thing about he did not eat heavy meals at night. My dad was a furniture mover. And when he would come home for lunch, Mama had to have dinner ready. He wanted
Red beans and rice.
Some rice. She taught me how to get the food on the stove and start cooking
baked chicken.
and all that. So I've been cooking from very young.
They just got a picture with an elephant. It must have been at the zoo. Gary's. What is this?
Raised on Vermilion Street, 1 block over. And we had a little apartment attached to the store. And it was kind of unique. At night, living attached to the store like that. We didn't have an ice box in the house. We just go in the cooler in the store. My mother did all the cooking. My mother, being attached to the store like that, she'd always cook. Everything revolved around food. Homemade ice cream, barbecues, during the wintertime, big jumbos. And we would always cook for so many, and as far back as I can remember, all occasions, especially like on Sundays, you know, family members would come over to our house, or we'd go visit aunt and uncle and eat meals at their house. Back then, the families really visited more than they do nowadays.
Look, when you got an older lady in the kitchen like that, just freehanding it like this, she's cooking with the heart. She's seasoning with measurements of the heart. She knows. I know that food's gonna smack.
I was
Who's this?
From, I guess when I lived in the country.
Neil deGrasse Coubillon.
At home. The
Roy
adults would
Williams. Country
go out in
Coubillon.
the morning and work at the fields, you know, big cotton and big potatoes and corn, but I was too
What?
small, you know.
Just
I couldn't
feet all of a sudden?
carry the load of
Put the
adults.
grippers away!
So my grandmother said, well, boy, you gonna stay home and help me cook. So she and I did the cooking. We started with things that we had around. Chicken, mostly chicken.
Hold on, that lady looks sweet. Let's go take a look at this.
Carry the load of the adults. So my grandmother said, well, boy, you gonna stay home and help me cook. So she and I did the cooking.
Okay. Is she blind? What a sweet old lady.
We started with things that we had around. Chicken, mostly chicken. And then we had our own garden. Everything that we ate, we grew. It wasn't a garden for fun. Like people now, they have
Fennel?
a garden and that's for fun. We grew our gardens for life. We didn't buy nothing in the stores because we couldn't afford to buy nothing in the stores but baking
A
powder,
little copper basin.
maybe salt and a few flour. But the things that we ate every day were things that we grew in the fields. But we ate fairly well. All the livestock that we raised were for the people that owned the property where we live. So when they would give a butchery, you know, we would help them kill the hogs, and then at the end of the day, they would gather the stuff that they didn't want, and they would give it to us, and we go home and hell, we had.
I don't know what they're making, but if they're making jambalaya, this. Woo!
A good time, but we put everything in there.
Look at all that meat.
We just put everything in one pot. To put the liver in the pot, the gizzards, the tripes, whatever that comes with, whatever they gave us. A cowboy stew, well, it's not Creole, but it's something that we cook here in Lafayette. It's the pieces, the tripes, the intestines, the heart, stuff that, you know, people don't eat. We put the pot outside, and it was smelling a whole couple of acres from there. And the people that had the best stuff in the hall was at our house eating, you know, because it smelled so good. It was how we prepared.
It is a shame that the Michelin Guide does not come to Louisiana.
took our time. It wasn't nothing fancy, but it was easy to cook. Crawfish, now that was nobody. We would take crawfish in the country when we were young, when they were cleaning the rice fields. They let the water out in the canal, that little canals that crosses the rice fields. And then we'll take some buckets with holes in it and put it in the little ditches where water was coming out. And we get 3 or 4 buckets of crawfish, man. And we would take those crawfish home and boil them. Man, people wouldn't even give you a crawfish. We had to catch our own crawfish. They eat it now, but they didn't eat it then. And that's just something that grew on people, and we eat them now.
You know what? I'll be right back. I gotta go get some boudin. Alright, I'm back. This right here, that's some boudin right there. What y'all know about this? Huh? What y'all know about this? Alright. I'm gonna disappear for a second so I can eat.
Most of the recipe that we have when I was coming up in Tucson back there in those days, biggest thing in my mind that brings me back to 1943. Smothered potatoes. We ate smothered potatoes in the morning, at noon, and at night. We had smothered potatoes. We cook smothered potatoes here on Thursdays, and we cook it the same way.
Usually about 10:30, everything, all the plates are cooked. The rice is all cooked. Everything we serve off the stove. You get all the grillades out the bottom of the pot like that. That's kind of like the, explain that. Like the browning of a chicken. Some of the skin will come off. The way you make chicken stew, you brown all your chicken before you start putting the water in to make the gravy. All the stuff that sticks at the bottom of the pot while you're browning all this chicken. Brown your chicken, you take it out. Then you put water into the pot at the end when you finish cooking, when you finish browning all your chicken, and all the grillades kind of float up a little bit. To me, that's what really makes the rich gravy.
Deglazing the pan. He's describing deglazing the pan. But you brown all the chicken, and you get all the fond stuck to the bottom of the pot. All that is flavor.
That's how a real Cajun gravy is made to me. And the volume you cook makes a big difference too, like in the chicken. That was the secret to making a good chicken gravy, fricassee, if you want to call it. My favorite plate lunch is chicken stew. All employees know on Tuesdays, don't sell the last piece of white meat. It could mean your job.
But most plate lunch in most places, like this place, are
Plate lunches! Oh my God! Whenever I was living in other states, just recently I was in Colorado. Before that, I'd lived in like New York and California, but plate lunches go so hard in Louisiana.
nothing but something to carry you through as you do your work during the day.
Shout out to the kitchen in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Oh my God.
The chicken fricassee.
Chicken fricassee, white meat or dark meat, should they?
White.
White meat. Chicken fricassee, white meat.
When I think of a plate lunch, I think of rice, gravy, meat, vegetables, and either bread, cornbread, some kind of dinner roll, something like that. To me, that makes up a plate lunch. That's the kind of meals that I would fix at home.
The home cooking, without a doubt, yeah. That's exactly why I come and eat here, because I can't go to my dad's house and get his rice and gravy at lunch. That's right. I grew up on rice and gravy, definitely, without a doubt. My dad used to fix cow tongue with rice and gravy, and I think that's my favorite dish ever.
Daily plate with serving styrofoam tray.
Hold on a second, boy.
Yeah, that's exactly why I come and eat here, because I can't go to my dad's house and get his rice and gravy at lunch. That's right. I grew up on rice and gravy, definitely, without a doubt. My dad used to fix cow tongue with rice and gravy, and I think that's my favorite dish ever.
All right. Chicken stew, corn, rice, and bread. Red beans, sausage, rice, and bread. Look at those prices. Pint of chili and crackers. That's Tuesday's menu right there. Simple. Look how simple this is. Chicken stew, corn, rice, and bread. Sausage, rice, and bread. I like that they have the red beans and the sausage separate. Typically, whenever I make red beans and rice, I cook my red beans and sausage together.
Daily plate with serving styrofoam tray. It's served with rice. Almost everything's served with rice, other than spaghetti. Sometimes people even ask for the spaghetti sauce on rice. I guess we're really Cajun around there. We like to eat a lot. We need more than one good meal a day.
And another thing about plate lunches is you get a lot of food. You get your rice, your gravy, your chicken, and your vegetables, and it only costs $5. You know, you go to McDonald's, you pay $5, and you get a cheeseburger with fries and a Coke, and it doesn't fill you up.
Once you ate the food here at Country Cuisine, you'll be full. That's guaranteed. If you're not full, then we don't want you as customers anymore because you're too big.
Every Monday we do
Daily meat plate lunches.
chicken and sausage.
'Cause you're too
and
big.
we do meatball fricassee. We cook meatballs
Based.
in brown gravy.
On Monday's round steak.
We do meatballs and spaghetti, and we do smothered liver on Monday. Tuesday through Friday, we do fried.
Pork chops,
We do a smothered pork chop, stuffed bread, pork chop cooked in a brown gravy,
fried chicken.
and then we do meatloaf that we cook in a red gravy. We have our stuffed baked chicken on Tuesday also.
Tuesday's chicken stew.
I'm here at Gary's picking up some lunches today. This is one of our favorite places to come. We especially like Tuesdays and Fridays here. We like Dwyer's downtown on Wednesdays. We do an occasional lunch across town at M&S on the north side. We just have a lot of places. We know over time, we've learned which places have the lunches we prefer on different weekdays.
Wednesday, the special is
Hamburger steak.
beef stew with mashed potatoes in it.
Thursday, spaghetti.
When we have smothered okra, we do that with chicken and sausage. And then on Fridays, we do all the seafood.
Shrimp stew, crawfish etouffee, crawfish fettuccine.
Garfish, shrimp stew.
We do a catfish courtillon, and then we do fried catfish, fried shrimps.
Another place I like to eat at is Dwyer's Cafe. They have great food. There's actually a lot of places. You know, I'm just naming a few, like Laura's too. There's a bunch. What's it called? Champagne's Grocery on the Saint Streets. I mean, it doesn't stop. I mean, Lafayette is well known for its food, and that's obvious. But I love plate lunches. I eat plate lunches almost every day.
If you don't have a restaurant that has food that tastes all right, you'd be gone in about 2 months. Because people know food in this area. In some areas, they don't know food. But people that knows food, the people around here, you have to fix the food the way it should be prepared, or you don't have a restaurant. You have to fix it the way they want it. Because they know food, and you can't fool them. You can't fool them at all.
We try to, share with them a variety of food,
Smile, it can fuss people.
especially those that are new. We like for them to be able to experience as much of the menu as they can without disrupting serving. That's what we call our rookie plate. Anybody that comes for the first time, we try to give them a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a pinch of this, just so they can experience it. Yeah.
nice part of the business, just to socialize with people, and I don't know what I'd do without it. I guess I'd have to start watching more TV, paying attention to news, and reading newspapers. In here, I don't think I need it. They fill me on pretty much of everything. A good value for a dollar, you know. That's why we have loyal customers too. We want to make a living. We don't want to get rich. No debit card, no credit cards. It takes too much time. We take checks and cash. And almost all of our customers know that. A lot of them come with exact change, but people come here, sometimes they'll forget their money, you know, and say, I forgot my wallet. We sign tickets all the time for that, you know, especially customers. Most of our customers eat with us.
So back whenever I lived in New York, there was a bodega across the street from my apartment. We had this guy named Ali who worked there, or we called him Ali. His name was Muhammad, so it was just like a nickname or whatever. He let me get sandwiches on credit because I was broke for a little bit. Whenever I was in between jobs, I was like, listen, man, let me get you back like in a week. You know what I'm saying? He let me go back there and make my own sandwich. And he's like, I know you're good for it. You know, you got me whenever I see you again. So I wouldn't show my face in the deli until I had the money to pony up for the sandwich. You know? But, you know, people are good.
I'd say at least 3 times a week. My father, he was real soft-hearted. Somebody come and he'd know they weren't good for the credit. And they said their kids were hungry or something like that. He just couldn't turn them down. Back then it was just groceries. It was just a thing. They didn't have charge card. So all your little grocery stores, if you want to survive, you almost have to have credit. And at one time, delivery business was probably about 50% of our business. You know, when I started delivering most probably when I was about 4 or 5 years old, our store was on a corner. So people would call in for order, and like I said, back then it was all charged, and my father and my mother and sister would fill the orders, and I had a little wagon. They'd cross me the street, and then I'd go deliver, and they'd watch for me when I came back, you know. We most probably still have about 45,000 on the books. But through the years, you know, we had some losses, but we had such great customers through the years that they way outweighed the bad debts that we didn't collect. Sometimes my mother would really get on this case at the end of the month when we didn't have enough money to pay for the supplies that we had bought. But he was a real generous man. We have a lot of loyal customers, and I know they're coming back. And I know so many of my customers. I don't know where all of them live, but I have a pretty good idea. We're just talking about cutting grass. Where you living at? And man, y'all got a lot of rain over there. You know, through the years, you just become part of your conversation. You know, how you like the subdivision you're living in, and how your neighbors are.
We had 2 big fish Saturday, and only 1 big one. But we had.
Are they telling these guys to fake a conversation for the sake of the video? Cause that guy is either mic'd up with a lav mic, or they have like a boom hanging over him, and these people are just trying to act natural as best as they can.
When someone come here, sometimes they come in and you can tell they kind of leery and.
Well, I might be lying. There might be a directional mic, but still, like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it sounded like nonsense. Without context.
Through the years, you just become part of your conversation, you know. How you like the subdivision you're living in, and how your neighbors are.
We had 2 big fish Saturday, and only 1 big one. But we had limits.
When someone come here, sometimes they come in and you can tell they kind of leery and kind of scared and uncomfortable. And you say, hey, how you doing? Come on in. You know, and they come over and you can see them relax as you start talking with them and talking about what you can get and how you can get, and you know, that kind of thing helps them to relax because they're not sure what to do, how to do. Now you have some of the oldie goldies that come in and say, hey Merlene, I want this, that. some of them, you know exactly what to put in the plate before they even order because they do the same thing every time. He and his dad, they come every Thursday. They've been doing that for years. But this young man, he eats, I mean, his appetite is just wow. A link of sausage, some chicken, and
Oh, that plate
he
is
said, "Just put
steaming
whatever
hot."
you want on there." He said, I'll eat it. I love his appetite. It's great feeding somebody like that. I love it. And I fix him 2 glasses of iced tea so he don't have to be interrupted. Just sit down with him, fella, and just enjoy yourself.
That's what I call service.
We have a wide variety of people that come. We've had lawyers, doctors, ditch diggers, a couple of bums. And it's nice. And interestingly enough, even though we have this wide variety of people, they all seem to come in, and it's okay in here.
Did they not give her like a prompt? I wonder what if they asked her a question before she started talking, because sometimes whenever people talk, like whenever they're given the opportunity to speak, they don't know what to say, and I wonder if they like gave her somewhere to go with that sentence. I mean, she made sense.
Thank you.
It all made sense.
She's getting those ribs.
Yeah, no problem.
And you've been doing okay?
You're doing good.
How's everybody over there, right?
Everybody's fine, thank you.
Merci au bon Dieu.
You're going to the camp for the
I
weekend.
want to eat here so bad. I hope it's still open because I will drive to
It'll
Lafayette.
be beautiful weather for it, you know.
Yeah, and not too hot.
The weather was... Well, we can't complain here. This is God's country.
Yeah, we shouldn't complain because it's been really
We don't
nice.
have to shovel snow every morning to get out of our
Tell me.
driveway.
He was really pleased with himself after
They
he said
walk
that.
in like, hey,
He had a little
this is-
smirk, a little smug little smirk.
it's normal to be in here. But we have been blessed with some very nice people to come in here. And I think that's why I enjoy it so much. I tell everybody this is my playground. They say, when are you going to retire? I says, hey, who stopped playing? You know, you get to talking and laughing and just enjoying life. Yeah. It's like the world changed.
Okay, I have this theory. Whenever you're like in your 20s, you're trying to get to a place where you feel like you're like alive and thriving. 30s, you more or less have your life in a sort of track or a path. And then as you start to get older, you realize that everyone around you is doing their thing and so are you, but you just want to be included. So whenever people talk about like retirement and stuff like that, they look back on everything that made their lives a life, and it was the work and the people around them, which would make sense. Well, like, why would I want to stop doing this? Why would I want to stop interacting with people every day? Because, you know, it can be a lonely world. If all you do is work, then the people that you see at work are your friends, they're your family. Especially working in the service industry. I did it for like 16 years. I'm trying to get out. Maybe one day. But yeah. I think maybe for a lot of people, whenever you get old, you just want to still be included. Still be around other people. So retirement seems like dreadful. Maybe. I don't know.
Just color in here.
But she seems really happy with what she's doing. You know what I mean? Like, They're putting their influence out on the world. Oh, don't tell me it's over. I gotta watch the credits. This song is so good. We gotta watch the credits. If there are some.
I can remember I was at summer school at Southern. I was working on my master's degree. I was just feeling so lonely. I wanted to go home and I couldn't go home because I had a class. And there was a nice little restaurant, very quaint, very informal. And I went there and I sat down and I ordered some black-eyed peas and some rice and some chicken. And I felt so good after I ate that.
That's her meal? Ain't no way. You saw these big ass things they're shoveling onto the plates for all the other people and she gets like a little... You got like 8 beans, mama.
And it was like I had been home. And
At least get 9
That's
beans.
what I wanted to create here. I wanted them to feel that they were either going home or going to grandma to get something to eat. I think you have to enjoy cooking. And I've always enjoyed it. I like cooking. It's nurturing.
The plate's
It's
like this
relaxing
big.
for me. Having a nice meal, it's very comforting and very soothing. And to be able to provide that for somebody, to me, that's
Louisiana.
very special.
I keep Louisiana around. I know it's not... I know Louisiana hot sauce isn't made in Louisiana, and Tabasco's made on Avery Island. That's all well and good. I like Louisiana hot sauce. It's just me. That's what I like. Alright. Let me see if I can get some of the Zydeco artists. I'm gonna write it down. Dirk Powell. Man, that was a good watch. That was a really good watch. Okay. So let's give a special thank you again to Jeb's Library. Look at this. Oh, another banger. I wonder what I'm going to watch next. Soldier, Surgeon, Statesman. Michael DeBakey? Oh, I might watch that. Okay, so that guy's a big deal. Discoveries America, Louisiana, 2004. That one's an hour long. I might watch that one depending on how this video does. In the meantime, thank you for watching, everybody. I'm out of here. I didn't really plan an outro. So let's just pretend that